Hey, you guys, I put out an announcement a couple of minutes ago that I was going to go live because I had the opportunity to get interviewed by Fox News about 30 minutes ago. And literally, I'm very blessed, number one, to have the opportunity to get asked to be on the news. It's a huge honor for me. If you don't know who I am, I'm Tricia Turner. I run the Tricia Turner Group with Real Brokerage. I am a broker in the Houston area, and I've been doing this for over 20 years. And the big talk of the news right now is the verdict. If you haven't been paying attention to the news, the Real Estate Commission has been under attack, well, for a couple of years now, but really publicly in the last couple of months. And so Remax was involved in a lawsuit. Anywhere was involved in one, which used to be Realogy. They settled. This one that's been in the news for the last couple of weeks was NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors, Keller Williams, and Home Services. This one was in Kansas City, and they deliberated the jury for a little over 2 hours, which was insane. Like the lawsuit was actually ongoing for 2 weeks. Gary Keller took the stand. There was a lot of people that took the stand, and what the alleged crime is that the real estate right now, the corporate brokerages colluded. They came together to decide, hey, let's have this fixed commission amount percentage we're going to charge to home sellers to sell their house, is where it's alleged. Okay. Number one, and that's just what I told the reporter. So I'm going to give you guys like the talking points that I was just asked on the interview. You'll see it tomorrow. It's going to air on Fox News in the morning show and on the 5 o'clock news tomorrow. And I'll share it with you guys once I get the link to it. But what she wanted to know was like, what is this all about? Well, number one, that's what it's all about. Somebody sat down, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, a couple of people sat down with some attorney, some ambulance chaser or two, and was like, these real estate people are making way too much money, especially since home appreciation has skyrocketed. They're making way too much money. We need to challenge this commission. They're ripping off the sellers. Number one, if you go back to the history of real estate commission, as it's been called for gazillions of years, this goes back 100 plus years. This isn't some new practice, right? I've been doing this over 20 years. In my entire career, this has not been some new practice. The home sellers pay a fee. This is what it is, you guys. It's a service fee. So if I'm a listing brokerage firm, my firm charges you, the home seller, a fee for my services. My job, representing you, home seller, is to get you, home seller, the most amount of money for your home, period. I'm going to charge a fee for that because I don't work for free. I am a professional. This is a career, just like a doctor, just like an attorney, just like an insurance agent. We are professionals. We charge a fee for our service. If you're an attorney, do you charge a fee to represent someone? Of course you do. If you're a doctor, do you charge a fee to go in and do surgery on someone or diagnose somebody? Of course you do. Nobody works for free. So in the real estate world, we charge fees for our services. Now, during a listing presentation, which is what we listing brokers, listing specialists go on when we are talking to home sellers about what their home could sell for. And then what does that look like? This is what we do in my company to get your home sold for top dollar. I'm going to outline these things that I do. And then I'm going to tell you, this is the fee that we charge to get you top dollar for your home. When I charge this fee covers these items because I got to spend money to sell your home. Maybe I'm staging your home. Maybe I'm putting billboards up. Maybe I'm running ads. Maybe I'm paying people within my firm or other firms to bring buyers' eyes to your home. 92% of home buyers find their home right here online before they ever contact me, the listing brokerage. So I'm going to spend a lot of money marketing, right? What do you care what I do with my service fee that I charge you to get top dollar for your home? What do you care what I do with it? As long as I get you the amount of money, the most amount of money for your home. that a buyer is willing to pay, right? Period. That's my job. So right now, my company charges a 6% service fee. Everything in real estate is negotiable, period. Always has been, always. So the fact that the jury found NAR, this National Association of Realtors, guilty of collusion is insanity, because listing agreements are, I don't have one in my hand right now, but they're 11, 12 pages long. Inside a listing agreement, line by line, it says what my fee is to get your home sold for top dollar. And then if I'm going to pay inside of that fee, whether it's a 5% fee, 6%, whatever, 3%, what am I doing with that fee? It outlines it too. Marketing dollars, paying to other agents, and it outlines if I'm willing to pay a cooperating broker. A cooperating broker is a broker from another firm. So I'm with Real Brokerage. Am I going to offer to pay someone from Keller Williams to represent a buyer, to bring a buyer to your home? Sure. Why would I not? Because number one, a buyer needs representation. They need to have somebody that's there looking out for them. They need to have somebody that's there with their best interests, somebody that's going to let them know, hey, is this a good investment? This is one of your biggest purchases of your life. Why should a buyer have to go into a transaction like that or a purchase like that not being guided by a professional? That would be like going into surgery with someone who has no clue what they're operating on. Like, I don't know, are we taking out your appendix or are we working on your heart? Like, really? You have to know these things. And so what they're trying to do basically is make buyers have to pay for their own representation out of their own proceeds, their own money. Buyers, number one, have to come up with their own closing costs and their down payment. In the world that we live in right now, things are quite expensive and wages aren't going up. And for the average home buyer, that middle income earner, things are tight on them. Things are tight on everybody right now, but things are really tight. So do you think they're going to have extra money, most of them, to pay for representation? Likely not, especially that when that's never been the way real estate has been done here in the United States. Now, you can argue that amount that a buyer's agent is paid, their fee, versus what a listing broker, their fee is, all day long. I have my own opinions on that. What I will tell you, though, is that as a listing broker, which is what we've been focused on forever, our number one goal is always to get our sellers the most amount of money for their home. It costs a lot of money to make that happen. We spend thousands on every listing when we acquire it to even get it ready to get on the market and then to keep marketing it. Do we want to also offer a fee to a buyer's agent to come in and represent the buyer? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, we want buyers to be represented and treated fairly, and we want sellers to be represented and treated fairly, and we want agents to be compensated. And together, we've been doing this for years. So the fact that NAR was found guilty is ridiculous. And this interviewer asked me, she's like, what do you think about the verdict? Number one, I was shocked because it came in 2.5 hours, which was like crazy. They already, in my mind, for them to have a verdict that fast, they were already guilty. The jury already assumed that they were guilty before they ever went back and deliberated. They just went back there and deliberated, who knows what, to talk about what, but they already had their minds made up. We're coming out, and I don't know if it was just a bunch of angry home sellers or what. Home sellers have never been misrepresented. They've never been misguided. It's black and white on all the forms that they sign. Who's getting paid what? How much does that come out to? Because guess what? That service fee is a percentage of what the home is sold for. Never been any different. So it's all over the news, you guys. It's stupid, but it is going to bring a lot of conversations. It is going to bring a lot of opinions. It is going to bring a lot of angry people, a lot of emotions. You will see people that real estate professionals or maybe non-professionals leave the industry because, number one, they don't know how to work with sellers. Maybe they were unethical to begin with. Maybe they just need to go find something different to do with their lives. Our industry is overpopulated, I believe, anyway. So we actually, in my company, have been preparing for this for months because we saw it coming. We're always trying to stay ahead of what the news is forecasting to you guys. So pay attention to who you're paying attention to, number one. Know that the real estate service fees, what used to be called commissions, have been around 100+ years. They've been transparent the entire time. There's never been collusion. There's never been conspiracy. It's all a bunch of people that's trying to stir a pot and create a bunch of drama where there didn't need to be. Do we get paid for our services? Absolutely. But let me tell you something. As a listing broker who spends, like I said, thousands of dollars getting a home to market and getting it on the market, when you look at our commission, when you see it on your closing statement, why don't you start deducting the things we have to pay for that you don't see? Our billboards, our ads, our insurance, our brokerage fees, our government fees, our taxes, all of the marketing dollars we spent, staging. You start adding that stuff up and you'll actually see that we're less profitable than you could ever imagine. So the fact that these people walk around there and are like, these real estate agents make too much money, get real. Like, actually look at people's bottom dollars and you'd be really surprised. So tune in tomorrow, Fox News, Fox 26, Houston News. It'll be on the morning show. It's going to be either on 7, 8, or 9. She wasn't sure. As soon as I get the time, I'll let you guys know. But then it will re-air again tomorrow evening at 5. And if you're with a real estate company that's not training you the right way, that's not going to have your back and really guide you in how to be up front and handling all these objections and how to make sure that you're always getting paid for your services, because we earn every dollar that we make. Don't let anybody ever tell you differently. If you need to be with somebody that's going to teach you and train you the right way, make sure and reach out to us. We're always seeking to grow, looking for more people and partners to collaborate under the Real Brokerage. I believe Real Brokerage is the best brokerage of the future, and I believe anybody that's not with us is crazy. So I'm Tricia Turner. You can find us. You can always schedule a call TriciaTurner.com, reach out to one of our agents, private message, whatever. But we're here to support you guys. We believe in building better lives by building better agents. Bye, y'all.